Hello everybody, hope you're all having a great day today. Today is the first day of spring and I've decided to do this new top 6 video on my favourite best recommendations for fragrances in the springtime. So right in front of me here I have 6 fragrances which I feel do very well in the springtime, and I hope you guys enjoy this list. So starting at number 6, we're going to go straight to the house of Versace. Now I love the house of Versace. I think they're so historic. Gianni Versace himself was just an amazing man. You know, he was a very talented man, and he produced some of the world's best fashion designs the world has ever seen. And he actually died in 1996 during the release of a fragrance called the Dreamer. I've actually got a fragrance called the Dreamer. It's actually in my top 6 elegant fragrances. Sorry if you can hear that dog barking, guys. It's just next door. But this fragrance is very different to the Dreamer. This is a fragrance called Eros. And this came out, I believe, in 2012, 2013 time. I do forget occasionally. But this is a beautiful fragrance. I paid a lot of money for this fragrance because I got it when it first came out. So I've had it for about 3 years or something like that. And I've just almost run out. So this is a... it's kind of like an oriental fragrance. It's very heavy on the vanilla notes. It's got some apple in there, a little bit of mint, and it's also got some sandalwood, and yeah, it's really, really nice. And some of the notes in this fragrance are inspired by Greece, or are from Greece. So it's got some Greek vanilla in there or something like that. It's also got Greek sandalwood and stuff like that. Well, it's called Atlas Cedar. Atlas Cedar is the name of one of the notes in this fragrance. So really, really nice. I really like the idea behind the whole Greece thing, because it's really, really cool. And the bottle design is just gorgeous. We get the Medusa head in the center here, Versace Eros embossed in gold writing. We get the beautiful Greek design around here. It's just perfect, it really is. And we've got here on the top the Medusa head, and inside the cap you also have this Medusa head. I don't know if you can... Sorry, I cannot really see. There we go. So, yeah, it doesn't really do justice, but there is also a Medusa head inside the cap, so... The essence to detail on this bottle is beautiful. And this fragrance, well, the bottle was actually designed by Donatella Versace, so, you know, it's really cool how it's like made by his daughter. So, yeah, beautiful fragrance. I would highly recommend checking it out. Number 5 on this list, we're going to go to the house of Avon. Now, Avon gets slated so much, don't they, for having bad fragrances, and they don't get enough respect, I don't think. Because there are a few fragrances out there which I really like. I've actually got a lot of Avon fragrances in my collection, as you guys probably know. But this one is the best by a long way. I think that this fragrance could really do well if it was in a different bottle, and if it was made by a different company. This fragrance would sell, I think. This is a fragrance called Mesmerize, and it came out in 1992. I've already done a review on this fragrance, I believe. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's very heavy on the vanilla notes. It's also got some apple in there, bit of lavender. It's also got a bit of musk and that in there as well. So it's a very, very nice fragrance, very romantic fragrance. I think that this fragrance does very well in the evening. So if it's a spring evening and you're going out for a romantic meal with your girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever. It does very well, I think. I think it's just got that very nice, comforting vibe. So if you were to wear this, I think people would be very comfortable around you. So it's one of the most comfortable fragrances you can ever wear. It's just beautiful. I actually do have another bottle of this because I got this from a Mexican flea market, and the writing's starting to fade off, as you can see there. But I do have this one as well. This is the UK version, and this is the South American version. So I think this version is better. It does have a little bit more longevity for some reason. I don't know, I think maybe the way it's been manufactured and produced, but yeah. It's very nice. It's a beautiful fragrance. I would highly recommend you check out Mesmerize by Avon, launched in 1992. Please check it out. It's great, great fragrance. It really is. And we come to number 4 on this list. We're going to go to the house of Dupe. I have recently just reviewed Dupe Jump. If you guys haven't checked it out, please, I would highly recommend you look at it if you're really into that fragrance. This is an amazing fragrance. This is one of those fragrances which I like to go into my cabinet, pull it out, and just spray all the time. It just smells beautiful. It's got this kind of powdery feel to it, and it's an aquatic fragrance. So this is a fragrance called Night Flight, and launched in 1992. I believe this is the second men's release from Dupe after Dupe Homme. This is completely different to Dew Pomme. I've seen reviews and people have said, you know, it's a little bit similar. It's nowhere near the same. This one doesn't have the cinnamon. It doesn't have that kind of orange blossom sort of vibe, which Dew Pomme has, that kind of syrupy, spicy sort of vibe. This one is completely the opposite. This is like a fresh, aquatic bomb of lemon, pineapple, sandalwood, geranium, and cumin. So all together we're getting a very floral, powdery, aquatic fragrance. So it's very, very beautiful. I would really highly recommend this, guys, because I think you will enjoy it. And it's very affordable. You can get a 125ml bottle like this for about £21. In the US and anywhere else in the world, it's bound to be cheaper. When this fragrance first came out, however, it was very expensive. But it has been discounted because it's not one of the most popular dupe fragrances out there. So this is a fragrance called Night Flight by Dupe. Thank you. Dogs get on my nerves. Next on the list, guys, we go straight to the house of Davidoff. Now, this is one of the most popular fragrances from the house. I do enjoy this fragrance, however, it's not one of my favorites of all time. I think it is a little bit overpriced, even to this day in some shops. I do think it's a little bit overrated, but it is, however, a very nice fragrance. So I've got it in this list because it actually does do very well in the springtime. So this is a fragrance called Cool Water. And this fragrance came out in 1988. And this is probably one of the first kind of fragrances to have that kind of aquatic edge to it. Because aquatic fragrances didn't really come out until the 90s. So this is one of the first really well-made ones because it's got that kind of spicy edge to it as well. Not only is it aquatic, but that spicy, sort of woody kind of vibe to it. It's very nice though. I really, really like it still. It's still a nice fragrance. It is overrated. I think a lot of people out there do go on a little bit about it, saying, you know, oh, it's a masterpiece. Not a masterpiece in my opinion, but it is a very nice fragrance. So yeah, this is Davidoff Cool Water. Davidoff Cool Water. I need to start saying that word properly because in general, I need to start saying words much more well pronounced, I think. Right, we'll come to the last two. This is a fragrance which does also very well in the summer. And this comes from the house of Azzaro, and it is a very aquatic kind of floral fragrance. This is a fragrance called Chrome. And this came out in the 90s, I think. I think it came out in 1995, maybe 1996. It's very nice. It kind of reminds me of Calvin Klein's CK1, with a little bit of that, kind of like an Acqua di Gio sort of vibe. I guess it's the florals, but this is like a very mature man's aquatic fragrance, because not only it's not just a very sweet fragrance, but it smells like a mature man would wear it. I think it's quite a refined scent. It is very casual though as well, so it does do very well in a hot climate. So springtime is perfect. It's also very perfect for summer, I think, as well. So, but I just think that it's got a refreshing side to it. So I think that's what gives it that nice feeling when you wear it in the spring or the summer. So perfect fragrance for the springtime, guys. It's very, very nice. It's got some eucalyptus in there. It's also got some florals, bit of rose. I think it's also got lavender in it as well. It's got some bergamot. Just beautiful. Really, really nice fragrance. Maybe a little bit synthetic too, but it's still a nice fragrance. I would still recommend it. So this is still a really good fragrance called Chrome by Azzaro. Check it out, guys. Now, we've come to the last fragrance on the list. Now, you're probably not going to expect me to put this in the list because I didn't think I was going to either, but I actually remembered how good it was. So this is a fragrance that comes from the house of Alfred Sung. This is a fragrance called Sung Hom. Now, this is one of the most soapiest fragrances you'll ever smell. So imagine, just imagine, like, for example, getting a bar of soap out of a box, right? Ideally, I would say maybe like an Irish Spring soap. Don't wash your hands or anything. Just get the soap and rub it around in your hands so your hands are all dry and got the soap. Then smell it. That's pretty much what this fragrance smells like. It's the soapiest, most cleanest smell ever. And let me just say that I love this fragrance. The longevity on it is amazing. Sillage is also really good. It's about an arm's length away, so people are gonna notice you and they are gonna compliment you. I've had loads of compliments on this fragrance. This is my second bottle, so I have got another bottle somewhere on here. There it is. This one was a one that I had for about. I haven't had this one for that long either, but this one I'm saving for when I run out with this one. So it's a beautiful fragrance. It's just very nice. gets compared to Gucci's Gucci Noble, because it's got that soapy sort of vibe to it. But this is beautiful. It kind of reminds me a little bit as well of Prada Amber. It's got that kind of soapy, ambery sort of smell. Apart from this one is so much heavier on the soap that it may be a little bit nauseating to some people, but the reason this is top is because I find this very nice to wear in the spring, because it works very well for evening and day, I think. And the one thing I want to smell like is clean soap. So that's why I really like this for my top fragrance in this list. It's just beautiful. Apparently it's going to be discontinued soon, so I'm like nice and fully stocked on this fragrance. It's quite sad, really, because this fragrance apparently has never been reformulated since 1988 when it first launched. Never been discontinued. So yeah, it's just a beautiful fragrance, guys. I would highly recommend checking out Sung Home by Alfred Sung. Please check it out. So guys, thank you so much for watching this top 6 list on my top 6 spring fragrances. As you can see, they're not all really fresh, so sometimes I like to, you know, mix it up a bit, because I don't really believe that in the springtime and summertime, for example, you don't really need fruity or sweet kind of fresh smells, really. I think you can go all the way with any fragrance, but these are like my top favorite fragrances for the springtime, so I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think of my list, and also let me know what you would put for your top 6 fragrances for the springtime. I'm really intrigued to know. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Excuse me. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Top 6 Fragrances. Let me know what you think, and I will get back to you. Keep smelling good, and bye-bye for now.